What was ruined because too many people did it? Subscription everything, especially software. I want to buy Office or AutoCAD one time and use it for a decade. I don't want to buy it every year. Havasupai Falls in Arizona. Went back in the early 2000s and it was nice and little to no trash. Now all these heads have trashed the park and overcrowded it for a effing Instagram post, making wait times ungodly long. I hold great anger towards people that litter in cities, but I get enraged at dipshits that litter in parks. Like, what the is wrong with you people? Clean up your shit. And for those who actually care, please bring a waste bag and we can start cleaning up after these sticks. Havasupai is ruined. I am not sure what will happen when they reopen in the end of May 2023. If I remember correctly, the 3-night camp permit costs $750 per person. Therefore, it's not just assholes, but rich assholes who ruined it. Craft fairs. Now they're crowded with dozens of multi-level marketing scheme. I just want to find knitted slippers made by an old lady who clearly has a drinking problem, not more Norwex. One of the small towns I've lived in has an annual street fair. Used to be great as you'd have local artists and crafters, local food trucks and kids rides, and while it did bring in outside people for the day, it was predominantly locals, so you'd wander around and stop often to chat. Local politician decided to set up a booth one year. The next year, the opponent did the same thing, and now one whole street of the fair is just filled with local politicians handing out flyers and trying to get people to vote for them. Really dragged down the tone of the fair. My cousin sells Mary Kay and always sets up a booth at craft fairs. She puts up signs saying, "Support your small business." Ha! Those people see themselves as successful independent entrepreneurs who pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps and are totally responsible for it all. They do, until it goes under, as did a certain kid's clothing one last week, and then it's all. Us poor moms were fired with no notice. I'm sorry, I thought you were boss babes with your own business. How did you get fired? You used to be one of only a few people around, bidding on storage lockers. It used to be a fun hobby I gave up on because it became too popular and people are grossly overpaying for the lockers, which is oftentimes just paying to make a dump run for someone. In a similar vein, liquidation stuff. Now every pallet is picked over, costs 50% of manufacturer's suggested retail price, and is half broken. My friend owed $600 and I went to the auction and bought her belongings back for $25. My mom put all my stuff in a storage locker when I went abroad, and then lost it for not paying for 8 months, and lying about it. I lost everything I owned since childhood, except for 2 suitcases of clothes I had brought with me to study abroad. All my photos, journals I had kept religiously since I was 5 years old, mementos, stories, poems, and paintings. Thousands of dollars of rare books. Stuff I hope to digitize and or give to my kids someday. I tried to find out what happened to my stuff after I found out what happened, but whoever bought the unit threw everything away. Now when I see ads for those shows, I just feel sick to my stomach. Edit, here's a link to a repost of something I wrote when I found out what happened. Edit 2, the original link to that post was deleted, sorry, I thought everyone could see it. I posted it as a comment responding to this post. Had the same thing happen with my dad. I moved to another city temporarily for a seasonal job, and my dad said he'd pay for a storage locker for all my stuff while I was gone. He ended up not paying any of it, and lying about it the whole time, and the unit was sold off. Finding out all the irreplaceable things you've accumulated over the years are just gone, with no way to get them back, is a horrible feeling. My condolences. My old next-door neighbor bought the contents of a storage unit, and after finding nothing of any real value, almost threw everything out before he found an old letter with an address. Paid a month's rent on the unit, and left the stuff there while he tried to see if he could find anything. He was able to find out that the original owner had died, but got into contact with her kids, and for the cost of the month's rental, he was able to return a lot of sentimental objects to them. Thrift shopping. Yup, 15 years ago the prices were so cheap, and you could always find a gem. Now they're always crowded, and everything is overpriced, and you might find something good once every 2 to 3 visits if you're lucky. I blame the online sellers. Our local thrift stores have people who go in when they open and drop a few $100s on stuff and resell it on the Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, etc. It's not just thrift stores either, they do it at all the local discount stores. Retail arbitrage is the new entrepreneur. The thrift stores in my area caught wind of that, so they started raising prices. Last time I was in, I saw a pair of shoes with holes through them listed at $20. It wasn't even originally an expensive brand. Airbnb. Airbnb was such a great idea until investors ruined it by buying properties just for the sake of short-term renting. Now entire neighborhoods have been gutted. The residential life has been ruined for so many people. Used to love Airbnb years ago. Now it's pricier than a lot of decent hotels, and some of the house rules are nutty. My friend gave me a discount coupon for one. I compared it to a local hotel, and the hotel was cheaper with less rules. My hotel doesn't expect me to leave the room in pristine shape. I leave the towels in the tub and pick up all garbage, but I'm not expected to vacuum and dust. For real, I stayed at an Airbnb once on a ski trip, and it was clearly the people's family home, so not like a random rental. We cleaned all the sheets, pillowcases, towels, wiped down countertops, ran the dishwasher, swept. Then we got a message from them. Because they were upset, we put a wooden spoon in the dishwasher. I guess in the 40-page manual they left it said not to. They couldn't believe we hadn't read the entire thing cover to cover, and on top of that, there are always crazy cleaning fees. Like, why am I paying a $150 cleaning fee on top of cleaning your house? A high cleaning fee is just a way to lower the price in searches. Doesn't work anymore though. Lower rental price, higher cleaning fee, like charging really high shipping on eBay. Ad block. Now every website has a warning. It used to be a rare sight. Fun fact, you can block ad block warnings. Technically, they're ads. Can you block the ones that basically shut down the site until you turn off ad block? It's usually just a right-click to block element. Cooking shows. It used to be a few talented chefs who had shows to teach. Now it's every damn celebrity who can or cannot cook making the same recipes as everyone else. I missed the Food Network back in the day with Good Eats. Good Eats. Last night I watched S1E1 of this for the first time. What a different and informative tone compared to present-day shows. What's even worse is there are no real cooking shows anymore. It's stupid competition after stupid competition. YouTube. Most of the good modern cooking shows are on YouTube. Food Network has been trash for almost 2 decades now. Flying drones. Thanks to all the idiots doing dumb shit with them, it's not even worth getting into the hobby nowadays. You pretty much can't fly anywhere worth flying, need all sorts of permits, are constantly risking hefty fines or even being investigated for terrorism. No thanks. My dad flies radio-controlled airplanes and hates drone people, lol. They don't follow any rules at all, and since drones are pretty much idiot-proof, pretty much anyone can get into the hobby. He's just worried that his hobby is going to require more rules/regulations, or perhaps even be banned due to too many stupid people doing stupid things, flying near airports, etc. Visiting major historical sites. Most of them have been turned into badly maintained, super expensive tourist traps. Add in the trash and damages tourists do, and yikes. Gettysburg is one of those places. Within the last decade or so, a lot of the museums have closed only to be replaced by ghost tour companies, wineries, and breweries. I'd guess at least a quarter, if not more, of the local economy comes from ghost tours and alcohol. It is not the same town it once was. Apple picking. Orchards used to involve parking on a dirt lot, climbing trees to get the best fruit, and paying per bag. Visiting a farm. That's it. Now there's admission, paid parking, hay rides, food stands, live music, photo-taking areas, etc. Feels like a tourist trap, because it is. Driving to work early. I used to do it, but now it's the same as morning rush hour. Just go earlier and skip sleep. Driving in general, honestly. I love to drive when it's just me on the road, but it's getting to the point now that I hate driving in general because it seems like no matter where I go or what I do, there's always someone on the road who's trying to kill me. Constantly having to watch for and anticipate the dangerous actions of 50+ idiots all clustered around me is my least favorite part of the day. Honestly, I would guess that the daily commute is probably the most dangerous thing most people do in their day-to-day lives. The summit of Mt. Everest is like a trash heap now. You forgot to mention the fact that it's basically a mass grave now too. Fun stuff indeed. Honestly, if I was on a hiking trail and I kept seeing unburied corpses, it would kind of kill the fun. Unburied corpses? You mean colorful nylon road markers. Festivals. I used to enjoy going to some local festivals. Now they're just overcrowded and expensive. Overcrowded, expensive, and corporatized. Streaming services. I miss the days of one single service, Netflix. Now every studio has its own service and holds their stuff away from services like Netflix and Hulu. Direct consequence, too many subscriptions. At this point, it's more economical to buy stuff you want to watch. This is why people resort to pirating. It's come full circle, debating on whether or not to hit the high seas currently. Too many options. We're back to the old shitty cable model. Maybe a little weird, but I missed the early days of Netflix when they'd ship you DVDs with a return shipping label. My habit was to watch the movie, then if it was actually good, the next night I'd watch the extras like the director and cast commentary. As far as I know, you can't stream that stuff. It was really great for classic stuff like the Kurosawa films. The DVD extras had a film scholar talking about the cinematography techniques invented while making those movies, etc. Geeky stuff, but that's what I'm into. That beach from the beach. Oh shit, I just googled, they actually closed it for a few years. There's so many things and places most people didn't know about prior to Instagram, and influencers visiting and taking photos there. Think Manhattanhenge in New York used to be a cool phenomenon, only cared about or noticed by some, but now everyone and their mother comes out lining and blocking the streets for something that was once a, hey look at that, that's interesting kind of thing. Now it's just kind of goofy. I thought Manhattanhenge was cool the first time I saw a photo. Then I saw 500 more of the exact same photo. Really takes away from it being a neat phenomenon. Especially now, where everyone's photos have 50 other people in front of them also holding up their phones. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. In the comments below the video, write what was ruined because too many people did it. Also don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. See you later.